Hey everyone, on this channel we break down complex finance topics in the most simple and practical way possible so anyone can understand them and actually use them in real life. Quick disclaimer before we begin, I'm not a financial advisor and this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Always do your own research before making financial decisions.
Picture this. You finally do the responsible thing and start setting aside a little money every single month. Maybe $100 here, $200 there. You feel disciplined. You feel financially mature. But then one day, you open your banking app and realize something strange. You have $10,000 sitting in a savings account, earning roughly 0.5% interest. After an entire year of discipline, your money grew by about $50. Meanwhile, you keep hearing people online talk about index funds, compound growth, and building real wealth. Suddenly, you start wondering if you are doing this completely wrong. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Mainstream financial advice tells you to save, but saving by itself almost never creates wealth. It traps your money in a state where it is perfectly protected, but slowly losing value to time. This chart shows the historical difference between saving and investing. $10,000 saved at 1% interest yields $12,200 over 20 years. Invested at a 10% historical market return, it reaches $67,000, a $54,000 missed opportunity. So if the math overwhelmingly favors investing, why do most people refuse to make the transition? It comes down to psychology. Savings accounts feel perfectly safe because the number on your screen never drops. Investing feels terrifying because the market is inherently volatile. It moves up and down chaotically, and that unpredictability triggers our natural aversion to loss. We get stuck staring at this gap. We see the flat, stable block of saving on one side and the intimidating stairs of investing on the other, separated by a wide chasm of emotional volatility. Emotional volatility scares people away long before logic ever does. The ultimate barrier to building wealth is not a lack of intelligence, it is human emotion. To cross that gap, you need a specific mindset shift. Savings protect your money. Investments grow your money. Those are two completely different jobs. Step 1. Build your shield. Before investing, save 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash to handle unexpected problems like medical bills. People panic sell investments at a loss simply because they need cash too soon. An emergency fund protects your investments from your own life. It provides the financial shock absorption you need to survive market drops without panicking. Step 2. Mentally separate your finances into 2 buckets. You have safety money, which is locked, and active growth money. Defining one bucket for growth creates a cognitive firewall, giving permission to let money fluctuate without daily anxiety. Step 3 is starting small. You do not need thousands of dollars to begin. Many platforms let you start with $50 or $100. Automating these deposits bypasses the need for daily willpower and focuses your energy entirely on the behavior. In the beginning, the amount of capital doesn't matter, and timing the market doesn't matter. Wealth is built through the consistency of the behavior itself. Step 4 is keeping it simple. Beginners often jump straight into complicated strategies like day trading or crypto speculation, but the simplest investments usually win. That brings us to low-cost index funds. Instead of trying to guess which individual company will succeed, an index fund lets you buy a tiny piece of the entire market, instantly spreading your risk across hundreds of businesses at once. Even billionaire investors like Warren Buffett repeatedly recommend this exact strategy for the vast majority of people, because it reliably works. Step 5 is staying disciplined long enough for the math of compound growth to activate. This graph shows investing $300 monthly. Over 25 years, your $90,000 contribution generates $195,000 in pure growth, totaling $285,000. Your money earned the majority of your wealth. True wealth creation requires trusting that math and allowing time to do the heavy lifting. Of course, the market will drop sometimes. Economic downturns happen, news headlines look terrifying, and people panic. But long-term, consistent investors understand how to reframe these moments. They don't see market crashes as disasters. They see them as temporary sales. Because you are investing a set amount every month, a market drop means your automated contribution naturally buys more shares at a much cheaper price. Market volatility is simply the price of admission for long-term growth. When you stay consistent during a crash, you accelerate your wealth when the market inevitably recovers. Think of your money like seeds. Storing them in a jar is like saving money. It perfectly protects your seeds from the elements, giving you complete stability, but it guarantees they will never grow. Investing requires taking those seeds out of the jar and planting them into unpredictable soil. At first, it looks messy and uncertain, but giving up that perfect safety is a necessary sacrifice to achieve massive growth. So take a look at your own financial habits right now. Are you strictly protecting your seeds in the jar, or have you started planting them in the soil? Saving gives you stability, and investing gives you freedom. The earlier you combine both of those systems, the more powerful your financial future